When you're pregnant, who is your baby's BFF? It's the Miraculous Placenta. It's your baby's first roommate. What is a placenta? When does it develop? And what's its purpose? And what can you do with it after you deliver? Well, I can answer all those questions today, and I'm very excited because I have a video of a real placenta for you. Now, if you get queasy over things like that, I do have a 5-second warning, so you'll know when that warning comes up, you may need to skip over that. But stay tuned, and I'm going to answer all these questions for you. Welcome to Dr. Kathy at your cervix. I've been an award-winning OBGYN for over 25 years, and I was a registered nurse prior to that. I am not a substitute for your physician, but I'm here to give you some information and answer some of your healthcare questions. Have you ever thought about what you can't live without? What can't you live without? Maybe food, friends, family, your faith, a toothbrush. How about your car? What can your baby not live without? Your baby can't live without its placenta. It's its BFF while it's in utero. So when does it develop? Well, it starts to develop at about 4 weeks of pregnancy, and it really takes over around 10 to 12 weeks of pregnancy. Prior to that, prior to it taking over, you have a cyst in your ovary called a corpus luteum cyst, and that's what supports the pregnancy. But then at 12 weeks, that magical placenta takes over. So what is its purpose and what does it do? It is the lifeline to your baby. So what does that placenta provide for the baby? It provides all its oxygen and nutrients. It protects the baby. The baby's in a pool of water, in a water balloon, and it also provides hormones for the baby. It provides HCG, lactogen, which provides energy for the baby, estrogen, progesterone, growth hormone. So it's an endocrine organ also. Let's talk about the anatomy of the placenta. So the placenta, there's two sides. There's a maternal side and a fetal side. So a mom side and a baby side. And on the mom side, this is the side that goes up against the mother, and that's called the decidual basalis. And then there is the baby side that's next to the baby, and that's called the chorionic side. And then you can see there's the umbilical cord. There are membranes. My little friend placenta doesn't have membranes on it, but there's 2 layers of membranes, one that's next to the baby, that's called the amnion, and one that's next to the mother called the chorion. And then the umbilical cord has 3 vessels. It has 1 vein. The vein brings oxygen and nutrients to the baby, and then there's 2 arteries. And the arteries bring blood that has no oxygen in it, or very little oxygen, from the baby to the placenta. There are things that can affect the placental health. What would those be? Maternal age, diabetes, hypertension, certain drugs, cocaine, smoking. What can be done with the placenta after it's delivered? Well, sometimes it just becomes medical waste and it's burned. The word itself, placenta, means circular cake, and so some women take that to heart. They have their placenta made into capsules called encapsulation, and then they eat it. They feel like it helps fight postpartum depression, it helps with their milk supply, and it increases energy. There have been no scientific studies to prove that, but women still find that sometimes helpful. Some women will bury their placenta and then plant a tree over it in honor of their child. Some women will wear it, have it made into jewelry. Thanks to our artist Ruth, who allowed me to use her picture. I have her contact information below in the comments if you're interested in having your umbilical cord made into jewelry. The beauty industry uses a lot of placentas. It's made into face masks, facial creams, anti-aging creams, shampoos, and soaps. Some of the very exciting things that are being done with the placenta in the medical world. The stem cells are used to help treat cancers. The membranes are used to make grafts, and those are used for burn victims. They're used for ulcers, such as diabetic ulcers. They're used in corneal disease during eye surgery and in some spinal surgery. As you see in these pictures, these are actual grafts that have been made from the membranes. Next is going to be the live video of the placenta. This is the fetal side of the placenta. You can see the umbilical cord. So that's the side that the baby's in inside the sac. It's very shiny and smooth. I'm flipping it over, and this is the maternal side of the placenta. And that's the part that goes up against the uterus. So the Miraculous Placenta is your baby's BFF. She can't live without it. It protects her and feeds her. And after you deliver it, you can eat it, wear it, or plant it. Or you can donate it to science, where it can be used to treat burns, ulcers, eyes, or cancers. The amazing Miraculous Placenta. So let's go now to the Howl of Hope. Today's inspirational quote is by Jim Valvano. Life changes when you least expect it to. The future is uncertain, so seize this day, seize this moment, and make the most of it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to hear more topics on women's healthcare, please hit subscribe. Please leave your comments below if you have questions for me that you'd like me to answer, or make comments on the video if you liked it or not. And thanks so much for watching.